Classis, California South is a fantastic group of people. In Southern California, we have a great diverse region representing a lot of ethnic backgrounds, but also a lot of age differences. We've got traditional congregations that are aging, but also some new ways of church planting, some new vision of how God is working in the neighborhoods and what it might look like to be church in a new context. When we come together for these Classis meetings, we have a chance to hear these stories that are happening in the community and kind of get re-excited, re-energized for the work that we can go back and do with our own congregations.
I think what excites me about the local churches and our Classis is the diversity we see, but out of that diversity is this willingness to grow alongside each other.
I think the big question that seminarians get asked is, what is church? And I think we all have different pictures of what that is in our minds. And I think that playing with that in Southern California is so important because the way we're doing things in the neighborhoods looks different than it was 20 years ago, and it should look different 50 years from now. So what would it look like to partner with God in the work that He's already doing in our communities? And the best thing to get people excited is give them an opportunity to have a voice in how things should happen. And so when we reimagined what Classis could be, we started saying, who's coming here to the meeting? What are the things that are happening in their local neighborhoods? And how can we help them get to know each other better to share those best resources?
Before we said, well, who's got the title or who's been here the longest? Now it's who has a voice that we haven't heard before. And what we're hearing is different than what we've heard before, and it's helpful. It expands our minds and our ideas about what this can be. Classis can be, our churches can be, and the kingdom can be.
As we hear the stories that are happening around us from Las Vegas to down south to Chula Vista, you just can't help but feel inspired by what God's doing around us.
Our longing is that people go home transformed. We want them to be able to say, today's Thursday. I learned something on Thursday that helps me in my church to be a blessing to others, to be a blessing to the kingdom of God, and that this is important. Classis is important because it helps me. Our time here is filled with excitement, and the room has energy it never had before, and I give God praise for that.